Hey guys, welcome back to Code Dhaba. You're watching Ruby Chapter 2. In this chapter, we are going to learn if-else statements, unless statements, and working of loops. So let's start. Open your Ruby Interactive Ruby, and first of all, let me tell you what is if-else statement. So suppose we have two numbers x and y, and we have assigned some values to x and a value to y, and we wanted to see compare both the values. That is, if x is greater than y, then I should print x is greater than y, and if y is greater than x, then I should print y is greater than x, and if both are equal, then I wanted to print x, both are equal, that is x is equals to y. So let's start. I have assigned 6 to x and 7 to y. If x is greater than y, we know it's not, but right now we are just writing the statement. If x is greater than y, print hashtag x. It means that we are hashtag x is used to print the value of x variable, and similarly hashtag y is used to print the value of y variable. Print x hashtag is greater than hashtag y if x is greater than y. Else if x is less than y, print hashtag y is greater than x or whatever. So what is else if? So suppose we wanted to print 1 2 3. After that, if the value is greater than 3, then we wanted to show value is greater than 3. So let's start. So suppose we have 1, so we will print 1. If we have 2, we will print 2. If we have 3, we will print 3 with using else if all the time. And finally else value is greater than 3. Now here I used else, print both are equal, and remember use end statement after if else statement, after if your if else statement is over. Don't forget to end statement. So here 7 is greater than 6. Now let's move on to unless statement. Unless equal hungry. It is a boolean expression. We have discussed earlier in the first chapter that it is a boolean expression. Now we have assigned false to that hungry part. Now going to work on unless statement. Unless hungry. This is the syntax used for unless statement. If statement written after unless is false, then it will print the first statement. Otherwise, it is going to print the second statement. So here I'm going to write unless hungry put s or whatever. Okay, so I am working. Okay, here this is the first statement which is going to print because hungry is false, and the first statement is false, then it is going to print the first statement. Now we have used else time to eat. If unless hungry is equals to true, then it is going to print time to eat. And finally end. Always remember to end the statement, otherwise we are going to face an error which is not good. So let's move on to setting up an if branch. Setting up an if branch. It is also important to check whether the user's input contains a specific alphabet. So we have to use the syntax, that is dot include question mark. Right now I am using gets.chomp to take value from user, and it is going to be assigned to name. Now I have assigned Rahul to name. Now name is equals to Rahul. Now I am checking whether this statement contains R alphabet or not. So syntax is if name dot include question mark within quotes R, put as yes, it contains R, and end. We have used if above, so we will write end in the last line. Yes, it contains R. We got the output. So remember the syntax dot include question mark. Now we will go for global. It replaces every string to another string which we write in the brackets. So syntax is dot gsub method. So we write name, that is Rahul, dot gsub question exclamatory mark is used because we wanted change in my own name. So within brackets, within backslash, I write r, which I wanted to substitute with comma, within quotes v. Now every r in the name statement, in the name variable, it is going to change to v. So we have changed r to v. Now moving on to the loops. Loops are very important. What if I wanted to print my name Rahul 10 times? So I'm not going to write put s Rahul 10 times. For that, loops, we use loops. So first loop is that we are going to discuss is while loop. I have assigned 1 to the value of counter. Now counter is equals to 1. Now in this next second statement, while counter is less than 11, right now counter is 1, yes, it is less than 11, put as counter. So it is going to put the value of counter, so it is 1. Now next statement is counter is equals to counter plus 1. Now we are assigning counter plus 1 value to the counter variable. We have counter that is 1 right now. Now new counter is equals to 2, and now again 2 is less than 11. The control will go again to the while loop. So 2 is less than 11, it is going to put 2, and next counter plus 1 is equals to counter. So is equals to that we are assigning in counter. So now it's 3. Similarly 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As we reach to 10, yes, 10 is less than 11, put as 10. Now counter is equals to 11. Now 11 is less than 11, no, it's false, so loop will end here. Okay, now the next is until loop. Until loop is also important. So I have assigned 0 to the value of I, and now I is equals to 0 until, this is the syntax, until I is equals 5. It means right now we have 0, so until I is equals to 5, till then loop is going to work. So put as I was 0. So now new I is equals to I plus 1. So new I is equals to 1, and now control will go again to the until statement. 1 is not equals 5, that is it is going to print 2. Similarly 3, 4, and when we got I is equals to 5, it is not going to execute. So we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 only, not 5. Now third loop is for loop. It is my favorite loop. You will see why, because its syntax is too easy. Now we are going to write for and variable, any variable. Here it is number in, it is also syntax for number in 1 3 times dot 10. It means that we are moving from 1 to 10 but not including 10. 3 times dot means we are not including 10. Put as number. So starting we have 1, then end, then again control goes to the for loop, then value is 2, put as 2, and then again value goes to the for loop. Similarly we got 9, but what if we wanted to show 10 also? So for that we will use 2 dots only, that is 1 dot 10. Now when we write put as number and end the statement, it is going to print 10 also, because we have used 2 dots. Okay, now let's clear the screen using system CLS. Okay, next is loop method. It is also a loop. In this method we are going to write loop and will open braces, and after that we are going to write our conditions. First we assign 0 to I is equals to 0 right now. Now loop curly braces on, I is equals to I plus 1. Now in the second statement I write I is equals to I plus 1. So now the new value of I is 1. Print I. So it will print 1, not 0, because we have already incremented the value in the second line before printing in third line. So break if I is greater than 5. Break if means that we will get out of the loop as I is going to get the value of 6. So we got 1 2 3 4 5 6. Why we got 6? Because we have already incremented the value before break statement. If we write break statement in the second line, then we should not get then we will definitely not get 6 in our output. But right now we get, because we use break after the print statement, and before print statement we have already incremented the value to 6. So when we get the value of 5, it is going to get I equals to 5 plus 1 6, print 6, so it will print 6. Break if 6 is greater than 5. Yes, it is greater than 5, and now our statement is break. So we came out of the loop. So next statement. Next statement is used to skip certain steps in a loop. Like if we wanted to print numbers from 1 to 10, but only even numbers from 1 to 10, so we will put an statement that if I percent 2 is not equals to 0, that is a remainder of I with 2 is not equals to 0, that is all the odd numbers have remainder 1 with 2. So next, if I percent 2 is not equals to 0, here for 1 to 5 I wanted to use I wanted to show all the odd numbers, so I write I if I, this is the syntax, next if I percent 2 equals 0, that is value of I in the starting is 1, 1% 2 is not equals to 0, so it's not next, it printed the statement that is 1. Now next number is 2, 2% 2, yes it is equals to 0, so we next statement is executed. Next 3% 2 is equals 0, no, this is statement is false, so print 3. Okay, so we are checking statement, and thanks.